On Nationwide this evening, we meet more people with a passion for their work, pastime, sport or hobby, including the woman who dresses the stars, a model plane collector in Limerick, and the Dublin boxer with a passion for her home place in the North Inner City. Good evening, you're very welcome to Nationwide, and this evening I'm going through the archives to choose my favourite stories about people and the passions which drive them. Well, it's all very well embracing new passions and spending time doing the things that you love, but still, money has to be earned, bills have to be paid, and you have to keep up with the day job as well. Well, there are passions and there are passions, and our next one is very extensive, very costly, and for the most part very enjoyable. Niall Maloney meets a man in Limerick whose lifelong fascination with aviation has led to the largest collection of model aircraft in the world.
When you were just a young boy.
Michael Kelly is 67 and lives in a 250-year-old farmhouse in the heart of Limerick City, where he tends to his pedigree hens.
Rapid days inspired you to look up at the sky high, seeing Arthur topping the Indian.
But his home is also a unique Aladdin's cave and evidence of his enduring passion for collecting, especially model aircraft.
Well, when I was a small little boy, my dad worked for the mineral water company in Limerick, and he used to do a drop load, it was called at the time, to Shannon Airport, would have been Ryanana then, and he used to bring me and my brother Con, and I was just fascinated by the aircraft.
Michael would have loved to have been a pilot, but he didn't have the educational opportunities, so instead he trained as a fitter plumber. 40 years ago, he bought his house, sight unseen, while he was working in America. Since then, he has lovingly and expertly restored from ruin what was once part of a coach house, and now it accommodates much of his vast array of model aircraft.
I bought this house, was working in America at the time, but I was into the arts and crafts, so I absolutely adore art. I see beauty in things that people kind of can't see. My brother Con came and seen it, rang me in America and says, "Fabulous, Mike, you'd make a great job of it." So that's how the house came about.
Didn't work out for Michael, but his daughter Carney was born of a subsequent relationship, and she now has a family of her own, making Michael a doting grandfather of two.
Oh, there'd be no life without Carney. Carney is my shining star.
Years ago, he used to pack up the car with a picnic, bring me off to Shannon Airport, and we'd spend the whole day there. He was a very supportive dad. He used to bring me off horse riding, he used to bring me dancing, and now he's actually a very great granddad, so he's fantastic.
I suppose she thought I was a little bit off the wall at times, but she said, "Dad, do you think you'll ever have enough of planes?" "No," was my answer. "I don't think so."
The clouds, pulling back the clouds.
Michael was very successful working abroad and restoring buildings for a living, which was just as well as his hobby is expensive. Each model aircraft costs between £300 and £800 sterling.
The collection would be made up of about 3,000 pieces. Very, very unique models. They'd be replicas of the real machines. They'd have proper registers, so forth. They're just absolutely amazing. They're 1 to 200 scale, and they're highly limited into very, very small numbers.
So how does he feel when another model aircraft arrives to add to those he's gathered over 5 decades? Yet another addition to what is the largest collection of model aircraft in the world.
When it rides to the door, I just, open my box. It's like Christmas. Santa's after coming to the door to me.
Just a young boy living on a dream, playing all the daylight long down by Carney's.
out of Dublin Airport this afternoon was, to say the least, a little bit out of the ordinary.
Here, Marion, we have a complete collection of Concords. Back in the 1960s, the Minister of Transport in England obviously went around the world selling Concorde as it was coming on stream for British Airways in Air France. But unfortunately, it never came to pass. In the last 30 years, there has been a few of these produced. So I kept at it, and I have the full collection here now. Here, Marion, it's another extension of my collection. It's a mixed range of aircraft in here. Again, all 1:200 scale. For instance, up here, there's a nice piece of American military, B-52 bomber. Yeah, there's some very unique aeroplanes here. You've got the Aer Lingus 747 in the Euro livery.
Fleet did grow and grow. Now your boy.
I've got Air Force One here in my hand, and thought you might like to see it. It's beautiful. Yeah. And after that, then we have British Airways 747-400, Saudi Arabian Boeing 747-400, and here then you've got the Saudi, the Prince that he's playing. It's what they call an SP 747. As you can see with the fuselage, it's only half the length of the other one because it's only really a flying hotel.
Last September, more than half of Michael's collection went on permanent display in a specially designated aviation gallery in the departures lounge of Shannon Airport, making it available to all passengers who pass through the airport.
Well, when I was first introduced to it, I was just astonished because the number of aircraft, incredible, the number of aircraft types in the collection, and the number of airlines represented in it as well. I've been fortunate enough to visit several aviation museums worldwide, and I don't think there's anything to touch what Michael has put together in this collection and what Shannon Airport have magnificently displayed here.
Back to clouds, where you sing your song.
The reaction's been fabulous. Everything from social media to aviation enthusiasts, pilots. We've had a lot of people travelling just to travel from Shannon to see this. And what's amazing is that to take your time to browse through this can take you 40-45 minutes, and it's great to see people doing that. So we're really proud of it. Michael is here a couple of days a week and he curates it in a really good manner, but equally he tells stories and he talks to people, and that's what makes it really special, and it's a collection that's really close to his heart. So for him to be here and curate it for us is a real bonus.
Well, when I come to the airport and I come to see the gallery, it's the very, very same as my dad bringing me to Rhinanna, by the way, on the day when I was a small little boy. I had the very, very same feeling. I just a little boy that never grew up.
Down by Carney Street, Rapid days inspired you to look up at the sky.
And an exhibition of Michael's model aircraft is currently on display in a very quiet Shannon Airport, and the story of his life, Pulling Back the Clouds, written by Kieran Bevel, has been published by the Limerick Writer Centre. After the break, I meet boxing champ Kelly Harrington.
Clouds, into the great beyond.